Hello ladies and gents, welcome to the second part, the night tour of the new Kia Sportage. This is the 5th generation's facelift, top trim GT line. In this video we're going to take a tour of the exterior interior details at night, so without further ado, let's just jump into the night review. Okay, here's the night tour, so I hope you watch the detail day review. If you haven't, I would suggest watch that first and then come back to this video. Now, before we dive into the car, let me show you the key fob. If you haven't seen it in the day review, you can see the lock, unlock, hold to open the power tailgate. If I unlock the car, there is this green light that comes on. You can see the turn signals and you can see the little headlight dents before it turns on. So looking very nice. Now I'm going to do a little walk around in the front end. So I'll have to lock the car because the lights go quickly off. So once again, you can see the headlights dance, looking very nice. And I will do a side profile here before it goes off. You can see that, very nice and bright. And went off again, so you can see the turn signals. And if I unlock the car one more time, you can see also the headlight dents on the back. Warm lights for the license plate, it's not matching the cold lights on the front like the headlights, but you can of course retrofit that. If I use the remote to open the power tailgate, you can see that opens nicely. Now we have cold lights in the interior, and we also have a button over here in cold white light. If I open this up, you can see the one cold light illuminates everything fairly well. It would be ideal if there were two lights, but even better if they've just placed a light here on the top. It would evenly illuminate the entire cargo space. Now, just in case you're wondering, yes, so you can see what's underneath. That is that for the cargo. Now, I've said this in the review, this is a little bit resonating. I think they could have maybe made that a little bit better. Okay, so let me just once again lock the car and I'm gonna unlock it. So maybe get a thumbnail. Here we have this beautiful Kia Sportage facelift, and it's really a elegant looking SUV. Really well equipped, of course, if you go for the top trim, but it's good equipped even in the lower trims. Now there's a little light here. I'm not sure if you've noticed that when I unlock the car only on the front handle, unfortunately nothing on the rear handles. Now, if I open the rear doors, you can see we have here illuminated switches for the window and the heated seats. You can see a very well illuminated back seats with those lights on the top. So they illuminate the seats and the footwell. Excellent. There is these. Now, when the car is turned on, there's also the climate. Now you can see the doors, and also there are those LEDs on the top there, so they also illuminate everything fairly well. There are no footwell lights, but these do a decent job. I'm going to hop in. Easy entry, switching to wide lens, and this is the point of view. Now I'll just turn on the contact here. So actually I will just turn on the car. So you can see this little gauge dance on the digital cockpit. So this will be the night point of view, and I will of course do a separate video night point of view driving review where I'm going to sum up my impressions on the road and how the new Sportage feels like. In this one there is 1.6 t-gdi turbo 4-cylinder petrol, of course, 180 horsepower with a 7-speed automatic. And this one is the 4-wheel drive. Zooming back in. This is at night, but just in case you want to turn on some lights, these are touch lights, by the way. This is how it looks. So very well looking interior. I do love this white leatherette. Now the seats do have also a little bit of white. I think maybe they should have added a little bit white leather on the top dash, because it just feels weird when it's just the steering wheel. But anyways, we have nice illumination, so you can see everything nice. But if we switch these off, if you're driving, this is how it looks at night. So back to the steering wheel, we have this nice cold or white lights for the buttons. We have also these, and if you engage the parking brake, actually I think I disengaged it, so it's white. You can see over here, this does not change colors. You can see the memory seats, and you can see here when the car is locked or unlocked, you can disable the rear here, and that's pretty much it. For the screen, now this is a bit brighter on the camera. It doesn't look that bright in person. You can see the heads-up display if I zoom in. There it is. So camera's trying to focus. It's very informative. And the main display, if I go to navigation, it has a dark theme. Now you can use Apple CarPlay, but I just decided not to connect because it keeps interrupting. Okay, cutting in, I decided of course to connect the Apple CarPlay. You can press here on the shortcut. You can see nice big layout, excellent resolution, and big real estate. Not sure why I didn't went to the dark mode, but you can see it works well. Waze is in the dark mode, and if you put a full screen Waze, you can see the display. So that's looking nice. And here is the return button and the Apple CarPlay icon. Here you can play with the settings, which brings you to the connection, which is phone connection, and then you turn on the Bluetooth to add a new device. I showed you a lot of things in the detail day review. Maybe a few things that I haven't is here you can disable the speed limit. You have here a few options that I maybe missed, and I think I did cut in some of those. Here are some of the features. This one for the turn indicator, I've decided to disable it, and it was disabled because then this light does not come on when the blind spot view is available in the digital cockpit. And here you can see we have these settings. So some of these were off in my point of view driving. I've turned everything on. Some of the journalists just switch everything off. Also, there is maybe one thing that I haven't mentioned, but you can press the volume button to mute. Layout, I think I did show this in the end, but there is a clock, and you engage the clock by pulling down here. Okay, and display off, so you can just have it like that. And also the ambient lights, of course. To get to the ambient lights, we have vehicle lights, and we have here ambient lights. Now this is the brightness, and here you can choose colors, but look at this. If it's like linked to driving mode, then you don't have it, it's grayed out. So if I come closer, you can see that better, sorry. Colors, then you can choose here a different color. Now if it's white, it kind of matches the interior, especially on the bottom here. But you can choose these presets, or you can like rotate here. You can do it as this as well. So let's just say we want to add this amber color. You can see how that looks. I'm just gonna go for something like blue, so you can see those. And okay, one thing that maybe I haven't shown, this is how this illuminates during the night. Now let me actually just put a different color. Okay. Oh, it is green. Okay, I thought it was separated towards the gear selector. Anyways, I'm going to come back to that. You can see everything here. You can see all of these. So these go amber if you choose the heated seats, and blue if you choose ventilated seats. They're only ventilated on the front. This is for the steering wheel. You can see the ambient lights around this area. Finally, no piano black. You can see that cameras do look excellent. The resolution is great. There's a little foam grain like in every camera, but the camera is excellent. Okay, if I put it to drive, you can see the color here. If I put it to reverse, this goes to red color. If I put it to neutral or drive, it stays blue. If I put it to park, P goes red. And that's that for the most part. Now, I haven't checked actually if there is a warm light in here. Okay, cutting another detail here. So if you open this, you can see how that illuminates. If you press here, it changes colors. Now, also, I've noticed this is the cold light, and if you open this one has the warm light. So these are not matching, warm and cold light. This one is disengaged by the physical switch, and this one is on. But also, I'm not sure if I actually missed for the sun visor. You have the document holder, big beauty mirror, and check this out. This extends and it covers the whole thing. Just extend it. So not really sure if I did show that in the day review, but it's a cool feature. So that's that. To show you here driving modes, how it looks. So during the night, you can see this a little bit better, perhaps, these details. And here's the normal beam and a long beam, really bright. Also, I will engage the front and rear fog lights. I haven't noticed that they're cornering, but you do have the front fog lights. Car is parked, and let's get out. So just to show you, let's start from the rear. We have that fog light in the middle. It's interesting, only the side here is turned on. Not sure if the other one's like disabled, or is it like a brake light. And here is the front dual fog light. So that's how it looks from the front when everything is turned on. I will engage the main beam. You can see here the top is the main beam. Excuse me, I will engage the high beam. Oh, it won't stay on. Oh, okay, it does. Duh. Okay, so that's with the high beams on. So if I come up front, very bright with all the headlights on, but you can see this one's much brighter. That's the main, high beam. Just mixing it up. Okay, and fog's off. I think I disengage both. So just then a quick look. Once again, with the normal, just headlights on. Now maybe, just maybe, let's engage the hazard, because I don't think I've showed it with the lights on. So this is beeping just to notify you that you've left the engine running. You can also see very nicely the side mirror and the back here. Okay, now just to normally show these. So that's that. You can like play with that. And over here, 3 settings for the heated seats. Okay, that's that. This one is auto dimmed, so I don't think you can disable that. So it is auto dimming, these are not. And just not to forget here, you can see the AC controls, how they look as well. So I think you should have a 3-zone climate, but this one is 23, this one's 23 and 0.5. I've set the other one to 24, so just to prove that, I won't go on the back, but you can see that 24. So 3-zone climate. Okay, I think I'm gonna lower that. You can sync that on the front, but I think that's self-explanatory more or less. If I turn on the car, turn off the car, you can see the animation, you can see the fuel consumption. I'm just gonna turn it on once again here. Yeah, you can see the blind spot, how it works. So that's that. I shall wrap it up here. I'm gonna cut in my consumption test. So realistically, this car on open road, the lowest could be just slightly under 6 liters, but it is thirsty. So this is here since refueling. I think it dropped just a little bit, and this is like total, so 10 liters. It's thirsty if you're driving in the city. It's not super economical. Maybe if you go for the 150 horsepower, it would be better. But of course, the best is if you go for the diesel. It doesn't have 150 horsepower, unfortunately, but it's a mild hybrid, so could be maybe enough. But that's that. That's the night tour. If you like this video, you know what to do. Like, share, comment, and subscribe if you like the content. If you want to see more, stay tuned for the night point of view driving review and my impressions behind the wheel. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.